Hey guys, so as you know, iOS 7 introduced the biggest revamp to the interface of iOS until date. Many of the new features require more processing, and for that it obviously compromises your battery life, as most of it will get sucked for something you're not even noticing or experiencing. Love it or hate it, it is here to stay, so today I would like to give some easy tips to improve your battery life in iOS 7. The most basic and obvious way is to turn off whatever you're not using. Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, now it's easier than ever to turn these off. Also make sure that AirDrop is off. Just using Control Center and pulling it up, it should be quite easy and should save you quite a lot of battery. One of the things that most consumes your battery is multitask. Now people forget to close whatever apps they're running, but by doing this you're saving a lot of power as these continue to run on the background. If you have games open, it will be really annoying and will make your phone slow. So just close them, throw them away, and this should improve your experience and your battery life. Now you might not know this, but many of your apps are constantly pulling data. That is to keep them up to date and also to track your phone if you have any tracking data, for example apps. Now this is easily turned off by going into background app refresh in your general settings. Now you could just turn the apps you don't really need to be constantly pulling information, or you could just turn off all of them. This will stop your processor from being used behind the scenes and will obviously therefore save much more battery. The new iOS came with something new to the smartphone market. It was the parallax effect, this three-dimensional effect that looked like the icons are actually on that glass panel. Now this can easily be turned off by going into accessibility on your general settings and reduce motion. This is both a solution for people who want to save battery and also make your iPhone snappier, but also for people who apparently get dizzy from this effect. As you see, by reducing motion, no more of this effect and all other effects are reduced. Now this is also an obvious one. In case your background is dynamic and you want to save battery, you should really change it to still photos. Dynamic backgrounds are animations, and animations do eat battery. In the iPhone's case, it also collaborates with the motion processors, which even eats more battery, so make sure to change it to stills if you want to save more battery. iOS 7 introduced a very useful feature, which was automatic downloads. Now it's very useful to save time and it's really effortless, so you can download all the content that you probably purchased on your computer or your apps when they have updates. But if you're trying to save battery and only have like 40%, turn it off and turn it back on where you're at home connected to a power source and you got a Wi-Fi connection. One of the things that really consumes your battery is location services. It constantly uses your GPS, therefore it's really using a lot of battery. So be sure to turn it off at your privacy in your settings and location services, unless you really need it. Now the most basic way to save battery in every smartphone is to just lower your brightness. If you don't really need the brightness high right now, just lower it. It will save quite a lot of battery. Now this is basically just a reminder, but it's that in iOS 7 when you open the camera from your lock screen, it actually opens the full app, unlike on iOS 6 where the app was automatically closed. So be sure to close the app in multitasking. Now if you just want to play some games and don't really need to use any service, be sure to turn on airplane mode, and this should give you a really large amount of battery life to play games. Now if you don't need your email to constantly be updated with the latest mails and you don't really need to be notified when you have new mails, be sure to turn off the fetch new data option so it stops pushing mail, therefore stops using your mobile network. Now last but not least is the simplest way to save battery is to just turn off cellular data. If you don't really need to use internet right now, just turn it off and turn it back on when you really need to use 4G or 3G. Hopefully this video was helpful on improving the battery life on the device you're running iOS 7 on. If you have any tips, leave it in the comment section below and be sure to subscribe for more quick tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video.